think the main thing is for people to understand why, because we can talk about safety and that sounds great, but if they don't understand the intensity of the problem, much less the problem, we're not really equipping our young people for this. The other thing is that just because your teenager or child is as perfect as you think they are does not mean you should trust the internet with them. So just understanding the problem helps us understand why we need to implement these safeguards, and like why we're not being dramatic and asking parents to even protect their kids on the digital world or what their kids are facing there.
Yep, that's so good. I think it is. I think one of the most important things is, yeah, understanding that it's not like an us and them. And I see that a lot of, exactly as you said, well, that's not my kid. Well, that's not the values that we have at home. And it's like, hey, that's great and that's wonderful. But parents, you have to understand that there's so many other kids that don't have the same values as what you have in your house. So how are you going to equip your young person to be able to navigate that maybe in your home they do have protective measures in place, and maybe they don't have access to any type of, smartphone, tablet or whatever, but then they go to their friend from school's house and they have unlimited access to anything. And I think that that's a really important, like, practical one of how do you educate your children and okay, we have these morals and standards in our home, and how do you still uphold those in other places and spaces, like at a friend's house, like at school. But also I think a really, really important one personally is from going into schools and kind of seeing firsthand this innocence of how children are exposed to pornography.